Hola, puzzle combaters. Alrighty, so I wanted to do a review of Hex. I was going to when she was Hero of the Month, and then I ended up with a couple of copies of her, and I'm like, okay, well, why don't I do a review when I've got at least one of them leveled? So the other one's back here at 13. But the other one, I'd like to use her in war too. So she's up here, all done. And considering I know I'm going to be using her quite a bit, I'm going to finish this to 10. So that's good. And I don't have a lot of recon. I have enough to do one. And that's it, the first one. However, blue is something that the system gives me all the time. So the other emblems are going to come off of... Where is he? Logan. Up here. He's on my War Machine team right now. So I kind of like to use Hex over Logan too. If you look at the stats difference, right? Like 704 for his defenses, and he's at 20 on the emblems. And what's his power? 761. And she's at 735 only on the first emblem, and her stats are way better. Although her defenses are down, just like Logan, so I guess that would be a balancing point. Dancing Hawks leader. So does that mean they're gonna introduce like a Hawks gang or something? Really, I'm curious about that. All right, so I'm definitely gonna go defenses and health on this. She's got a really high attack stat. She's gonna end up being a lot more useful than Logan will be, and it's funny because they're both AoE hitters that cover 3 target and then minor damage to nearby enemies. But yeah, you can't beat a Hero of the Month, especially a newer one that's over a vanilla that doesn't have a suit. Like, I don't have his Logan suit, and I don't expect to get any of them too soon. I've managed to get Zidane's, and I'm really happy about that, thanks to the buff dispelling. And I managed to get Stingers, like that's 2 5-stars, and yeah, considering I don't do many pulls, I'm happy with those two. Got a whole bunch of the 4-stars though that are really great, and so are some of the 3-stars. I'd like to see them get more variants out there now, but we'll see. Apparently in summer times coming up, that one actually has an event, the summer seasonal, and there's supposed to be a new hero out. And last year they did do one suit, so we'll see what happens then. But I wish they would finish off the vanilla ones before jumping to event heroes and heroes of the month and all that kind of stuff. So Blaze, the target nearby enemies receive 552 damage over 3 turns. That's significant enough. If a target dies while this effect is active, nearby enemies receive the blaze for 3 turns. So that's pretty cool. I don't think too many heroes have this except for, well, Blaze. No, what's her name? Blair, not Blaze. She has the blaze in the Halloween hero. But she only hits 1. So this covers 3, and I'm sure the damage is probably higher than what Blair's is. That's the only other one I recall that has this, though. It's pretty handy. I'm sure there's probably others. I just don't know the specials of everyone anymore like I used to. There's probably some in the events. Maybe the mutant event, I think, might have one that does that. Or is it the Monster Island event? I think there's another red that does it. I'm just not sure which one. The target and nearby enemies get minus 58 accuracy for 3 turns, so that is super handy. Absolutely, in this day and age of big season 2 hitters that are way out of balance. So that applies to their special skills too, which is awesome. I don't honestly know if I try her on defense. I want her for offense though. I like the suited face off. Really good hero. Really good. And a speed weapon gets him up, so which higher, which he'll drop a tile at. What's her speed? 53. Okay, so she only needs to get to 58 to be fast, so that is handy too because she'll drop a tile, which is good to know. So that's excellent. All right, let's strip Logan. Hey, buddy, you're coming off my War Machine team. All right, so I have a ton of reset tokens because I don't generally use them a lot. So I'm happy about that. When I do need them, I always have them and I don't have to reset with the gold. That's kind of insanely pricey. Okay. Oh, there you go. So it only takes 1,500 to go all the way to 20 with a 5-star. So we'll see what happens here. I think she's a decent hero, and I know I faced her a couple times, and that's pretty good damage. I'm looking forward to trying her with different attack up heroes and that sort of thing, and it'll just be, I don't know. I think she's well rounded without being overpowered in any way myself, so which is good. All right. Honestly, I do kind of want to emphasize defense and yeah, I'm gonna skip this because she's so close to a break point, and having her go up to 54 when you only need to get to 58, and all the blue speed weapons are 7 points or more, I believe. I think isn't some of them are 9 points even. I'm not sure. There's a couple of speed weapons out though, so. All right. Now, oop, accidentally. Let's go. Yeah. I just don't think she's already got a high enough attack, and I'll have to take attack on some of them, so I'm going to stick with emphasizing this to keep her alive longer, too. I have a feeling I'm going to be using her quite a bit as well, so give her the benefit of the doubt that she'll survive a bit longer with the extra health and attack defenses. Okay, so that's 125 and 44 points onto her health. Yeah, I'll take that. Especially when the speed node just doesn't do anything for them. I mean, it puts it up a little bit of a percentage, but I see it as a moot point myself. I know some people like to pick speed no matter what. But unless it's going to help her with a speed weapon get to another breakpoint, or unless it's going to move her from 49 to 50, let's say, because that's one of the breakpoints, I don't see a point in doing it when a speed weapon will do fine, and those emblems can be used somewhere else. Okay, see, so I have to take an attack a couple times here. So that's good. There's a bit of attack going on there. Oh, baby. Listen, I have a ton of food. Well, let's get some of this out. Maybe take a couple iron too, and that should hopefully take me to the end. Where'd she go? There's the new toy. Oh yeah, she's at 785 already. Yeah, she might even beat my face off once all the emblems are done. She might end up being my strongest blue. Oh, ran out of food again. What the? Wow, food costs are terrible. Like literally on video games and in real life right now. That's certainly one way to encourage people to grow their own food. You can't afford trips to the grocery store anymore. All right, should we take a little bit more? Okay, let's do 2 of those too. All right, we should be fine. I should probably empty my farms. This food's sitting right there too. Okay, so I hardly ever go to the end to 20 with a lot of heroes either, because sometimes there's speed nodes in here, and there's just stuff that doesn't help. Like, if she was a healer, I'd probably do 19, but not 20 because of it being a critical bonus. But since she's a hitter, I'm going to buff her up with some more defense points. And I really feel like this one is a moot point too, because she's only going to heal if there's a healer on the team. Now, if this was an actual healer that I wanted to go with, I might put it on here, like if this was Rana, because Rana would heal herself and then she'd benefit from this. But I don't know. I see this one as almost a moot point a lot of the times too. I really don't pick it a lot unless it is an actual healer. Even some of the support heroes wouldn't benefit from this, like the ones that do armor and that sort of thing, unless there's a healer on the team. So this is another one I don't pick often either, because it just doesn't always seem to help. So what's the point of spending all those resources on it? Like, that's a lot. It's a lot of emblems when you get to this point, and a lot of food and metal. All right, so let's learn on that one. And then critical chance for sure I'll do. As soon as I use more food. How about I empty out my farms this time? Should get me up there, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was 600k something. There we go, 682. Right on. So yeah, you can see I don't go through those crates very much either. They kind of build up on me too. It just depends on what heroes I have and what I don't, right? And so getting Hex was a really nice bonus. Okay, so she's at 830. So yeah, she would be my strongest hero now in my stats here. So that's pretty cool. Nice to have an upgrade like that. I definitely do need to get more variety though. Like everybody, this happens to everybody where they're short on something. Like, look at, I don't get very many greens or reds from the system, obviously. So I'm short on those, but blue heroes, they give me all the time. See, I've only got 2, and same with purple, but I do get a few yellows here and there, so they're kind of in the middle, but yeah. All right, throw me a red and a green, please, system. Come on, RNGesus. All right, so that's really cool. I'm gonna see how she is on the War Machine team. I'm sure she'll be helpful. So I'm just gonna replace Logan on my War Machine team with Hex now, and I'll use attack boost up instead of Logan has attack up, and he, you know, I do like him and I've used him so much, but now I get to upgrade, so that's awesome. All right, while we're here, let's have a look at these two. This is not my favorite at all. I hope most people are saving for a different weapon of the month, because this, I don't know, shouldn't be on anybody's Christmas list, that's for sure. Or any other holiday you celebrate, because this isn't really a gift. It's, yeah, I mean, the armor comes into play a lot more, and that's high armor. That's a good attack stat, and the health is kind of a bonus, but there are so many better options, like speed and dodge weapons, and Dark Flame Talon, for instance, Fire Wing, when it comes to red weapons of the month. So yeah, I can't say as I'm a fan of this one. All right, Thunk. Gold Hoarding Kingpin. Now, somebody said this was a name from somewhere of a character. I haven't come across it, though, but you know, I'm not in the know. So, all right, his attack stat is a bit low. There's many good warfighters, so I don't know. He's definitely worthy of emblems. Defenses and heart, that's pretty good. That's good health. All right, so he's got a super powered swing. Charge speed is 50, so 58. We'll put him at fast. And 49 to 50 is the breakpoint for low average to high average. So he's, you know, for the 49 to 50 is kind of mid average there. But keep that in mind, yeah, a speed weapon will help him, which is good. 360 damage to the target and nearby enemies. It is a thunk that he gives his enemies. The attack bypasses defensive buffs, including counterattacks. Okay, so this is another guy that's like nomad. No, that he would only be like nomad if it read the attack bypasses defensive buffs first. But that is a good thing to have in his special, because it can, that means he just won't get the damage from an Ayumi counterattack or a face-off, or in some cases Tamika. You see a lot of green tanks in the top 100 on the teams, so, and there are Tamikas for the counterattack. If you don't have a Yumi, I suppose like she's a good substitute, so he won't take on, that's right in his special, and it's not a special from an emblem, he won't take on some of that damage, which is good. The target and nearby enemies receive 30 plus damage for 4 turns when hit by a stronger element. Well, that's alright. So he's going to be good for the war machine. Or if you're going in, you've got yellow tanks in war. I mean, that's great. Great way to get rid of the tank. Shock. The target and nearby enemies receive 224 damage whenever they receive a buff for 4 turns. Oh, that's alright too. This effect can't be cleared. Well, there you go. So once it's on there, it's on there. Yeah, see, this kind of reminds me of Hex in some way. Like, maybe not the most overpowering damage dealer initially, but the other stuff in the special is really good. The extra damage for 4 turns. Oh, that's one way to get rid of Verminous too, really. And the target, this one, about 224 damage whenever they receive a buff for 4 turns. That's really good too, because there's a lot of buff givers out there right now for the teams, whether it's defense up or whatever the case may be. That's awesome. For 4 turns, this effect can't be cleared. So yeah, I can see him being deadly for those 2 reasons. Maybe not the initial attack, but that is good damage. And I kind of think the same about Hex for that. Like, it's not overpowering damage right off the hop like some of those damn Jewel Season 2 characters. And Repulse. She doesn't do damage, but jeepers, the healing and the buff she gives. So, you know, that's crazy. Thunk might be a bit of a counter to Repulse too there, or Repulsive, as I like calling her. But yeah, the Blaze on her special is good too as a secondary element to the special, and the minus 58 accuracy is awesome because they'll miss, and then you got him. I don't mind heroes built like this. Like, they seem well balanced and solid, like all around solid for a lot of different things and a lot of different uses. But yeah, 224 damage when they receive a buff for 4 turns. I really like that. I doubt I'm getting this guy. We're almost to the end of the month, but yeah, he looks really good. So alrighty, folks, I'll leave off there. So that's a bit of a review of Thunk. And like one of my teammates said, Thunk is no joke. And it is true. You combine them with an attack up, just like Hex. Like, there's so many different combinations you could make there that are deadly. Absolutely deadly. So yeah, I faced him a couple times on defense. He's it's true. It's true. He's no joke. He's pretty good actually. So definitely both were worth leveling for the last couple months, and it's nice to see that they're doing Heroes of the Month again, which is a good thing. And it looks like a yellow one is coming out next month in another week. So we'll see what happens with that one when she's out. Alrighty, folks. Good luck on War Wednesday.